Hello Marvel Legends, it's me, your boy DG here again, and this time, I've got a knife. I know, this is kind of excessive, isn't it? A bit ridiculous, but I have carded figures to open, I got blister packs to open, and the knife that I was using for those wasn't really very sharp, so I kind of hodgepodged and begodged it. So I'm going to use a sharper knife, proper Michael Myers style, but I actually will be careful with it this time, except for that one moment there. Starting now, I'm going to be careful. So I have got, from our friends at Comics and Cocktails, I've got some retro carded figures. Guess which one I don't have? Yeah, the one that everyone doesn't have. Again, just talk about history repeating itself. Couldn't get Rogue. Rogue all sold out. Why would... It's so typical. Did I want Rogue when she was released? No, not really. I thought, nah, I've got the Juggernaut Wave Rogue. Especially the face on the new one looked kind of busted. And then we got some new pictures and I was like, oh, actually that looks pretty good. Then the the figures came out and people were posting pictures and I was like, oh, actually that looks pretty nice actually. That's some decent looking Rogue. And everyone's like, oh my God, this new Rogue is so good. And I'm like, well, it does look good, but I'm happy with my Juggernaut Wave Rogue. And then I found out she was sold out. And I was like, oh, I can't have her? Oh, well, I absolutely have to buy her now. Yep, too little, too late. So I went to Forbidden Planet website, ordered her and Gambit, because you might as well get Gambit too if you're going to get Rogue. I mean, come on. So then what happened? A couple of weeks later, I get an email from Forbidden Planet saying, yeah, sorry, pal. We're cancelling your order because they're all out. They all out everywhere. You ain't getting them. So I'm like, oh, son of a biscuit. Why didn't I just buy it, pre-order it when I had the chance? There you go. Lesson learned. If in doubt, pre-order out. That's what I always say. So I thought, well, okay, I still want Gambit because I'm committed to getting Gambit. So I went to Comics and Cocktails and I was like, guys, I want to get Gambit from you because I always order from them if they have it in stock. And I was like, well, since I'm not getting Rogue, I might as well get another carded figure. I expected a carded figure, so damn it, I want to get another carded figure. So I thought I've been holding off on maybe getting carded Iceman, retro Iceman, because we're getting Firestar. So if I've got Firestar, I gotta have classic Iceman to go with Spider-Man and make Spider-Man and his amazing friends. So I got Iceman. And then when I was there, I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll get Black Costume Storm too, because I'm a baller. That's how I roll. that really impresses the ladies. Yeah, I buy an alternate Storm costume, whenever I feel like it. No big deal. Also, I want the Black Costume Storm because I'm such a geek. That's the costume she was wearing in the Ben Reilly Clone Saga X-Men crossover. It wasn't done during the Clone Saga. It was a story that was a flashback to the Ben Reilly Spider-Man time. He teams up with the X-Men. Storm's in a black costume. I was like, well, I guess I've got to get the black costume. So, first and foremost, classic retro Gambit, X-Men animated style cartoon Gambit. So gorgeous. This cardboard backing box, so nice. I mean, I understand why people keep them in here, but I gotta set my figures free, man. I gotta do it. So with my ridiculously big knife, cutting away from myself, thank you. Hopefully this sharper blade will, oh yeah, like butter. It'll make this whole process a little easier. Because yeah, last time, I can't remember which figure it was, but it wasn't a pretty picture. I kind of hodgepodged it. So this time, I want to get it nice and neat. Not too rough. Which is stupid, because eventually, I'm never going to sell these figures. I'm not going to have to put them back in their boxes. And one day, I'll probably, move house or something, and I'll throw these boxes away. But in the meantime, they can take up space in the attic. And I will feel content. Because I've regretted throwing away action figures. I'm not throwing away, but giving away or selling. I've never regretted getting rid of boxes. Ever. Just never regretted getting rid of a box. Alright, let's swoosh Gambit out of here. As if by magic. Whee! There we go. And look at that. Box maintained. Isn't that gorgeous? See? That worked pretty well. Sometimes you got to use the Michael Myers Psycho Killer Butcher knife. Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Wow. Yeah, this looks good. Look at this guy. That's nice. That's really nice. Do I have... yeah, let me get... Whoa, timber. Jubilee's glasses fell off. That's gonna... Oh, I'm gonna have to find those. I'll find them at some point. But yeah, we got to do a little comparison here. A little dare to compare, if you will. I don't know why I didn't stand up to get him. That's... her glasses are somewhere. Am I going to stop? Yeah, I'm going to stop and find her glasses. Hey! I didn't even have to stop. There they are, the little buggers. I really should glue them on, but I'm not going to do that. So here is old school, much darker colour Gambit with the different hair sculpt. Everyone was all bitchy about the hair. I don't mind the hair. It's fine. I would never look at it and go like, oh God, the hair is terrible. He's perfectly acceptable, but at the same time, I can always get another one. Look, you got to get enjoyment from 2020 somehow. All right. Certainly not from carnal pleasures. So, anyway, that notwithstanding, let's get that plastic crack. I haven't said that line for a while. Let's get that plastic crack. Oh, that felt good. And here is Gambit out of the packaging. Hey, you know what? This coat in this color, what this reminds me of are the old Kenner 1980s or even 1970s Star Wars toys. This is just like the Ben Kenobi robe from those, but this is lovely. The figure, the color is so bright. I love the brightness. This is more of a blue kind of hue as opposed to, actually, it's slightly brighter maybe. The pink is certainly a lot brighter, but it really, of course, the biggest differences are the hair sculpts. The hair sculpt and, of course, the brightness of the jacket. And I love this because now I can have my X-Men, my specific X-Men collection with the classic Gambit, and now I can have this new Gambit in my 90s Spider-Man chronology, because that just makes me happy. That works for me. I really like this. I was, even when I saw him in the packet, I was like, did you really need to do that, Dave? Now that I've got him, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Also, of course, he has the more colourful playing cards. So I think I will probably have, maybe I'll give this darker Gambit the more colourful throwing cards, and I will give this one the single card to be like just looking kind of cool there. I really like this. You know me, I love bright and colourful. Bright and colourful just makes me happy. So this is great. This is really good. So let's pop off his card holding hands, and his gloves are slightly more navy purple as opposed to the black. I think it is different. Oh, hang on a second. This son of a biscuit. Would you look at that? Can you see his hand popped out of the whatchamacallit? That's not supposed to happen. Son of a gun. Is that broken? It's not broken or snapped. It's just curious. Or as we say in Japanese, fushigi. Nantomo fushigi da. Very confusing. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Hasbro, way to just pop my enthusiasm there. So, all right, I'm gonna maybe some pliers, some hot water and pliers to pull that out, but that's just odd. I've never had that before. I've never had that where the hand just pops off like that. But there you go. Hasbro surprised us every day with something new to be upset about. Thanks, Hasbro! Well, it is what it is. It's still a good figure. Can't take that away from me. All right, and let's get the bow staff. Well, since I can't change his hands right now, I guess he'll be holding his bow staff. Oh, shudder. Why did I... Well, I know why I chose to collect these. I bloody love them. But still... Oh, actually, and it's a little tricky to get the bow staff in his hand. This is a very uncooperative Gambit. There we go. And I'll get his other hand on the other end of the bow staff. And that's something. But this was not the... Or this was the slightly more auspicious unboxing than I was expecting. I see, I was being so excited. I was giving him all the credit in the world, and then his hand pops off. It's like, damn it. This is why. This isn't why I can't have nice things. It's just an example that I can't have nice things. Look, there goes his hand again. Off it comes, just like that. Son of a biscuit. Okay, well, again, you don't want to sit here and just watch me fiddle around with random bits of hand. So I guess I'll be leaving him like this. I can't even balance the small card in here. It doesn't really work like that. It kind of can do. So again, he looks awesome and badass. I just have to play around with this broken hand. Is it broken or is it just looks like? Either way, that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that, but still. So there you go. In comparison, we have our old and new Gambit. Is it worth the upgrade? I think so, but it depends on, what your budget is, what your mad obsession is. This is my mad obsession, so it's well worth it. Other people like golf. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine with this. This is a fun. I'm not gonna let the hand annoy me. It's not gonna bring me down today. Don't you bring me down today. It's still a great looking figure. So I'm good with that. So that was arguably like the main event. I started hot first because we wanted to see the brand new Gambit, but let's take a look at these other ones here. I'm gonna open up Iceman next because I feel like Iceman maybe not as sort of exciting a figure. I really like the Juggernaut Wave Iceman, but my one has a bit of a dodgy foot. So I have to have him posed in a kneeling position and basically just keep him like that and not rotate or articulate his foot. Otherwise, I think it will probably fall off. Not in like a replaceable sort of fall off way, but in a, oh dear, I'm gonna have to glue this kind of way. And once the figure is glued, for me it's like, that's not even close to being mint anymore. And that would annoy me. So I'm just gonna try and treat him with kid gloves and not do anything to upset him. But Retro Iceman, I think, is a little sturdier. And here's Retro Iceman out of the packaging. Plastic crack. Oh, there we go. And he's got his little ice slide as well. Let's put Gambit back on his feet here. Put his little bow staff there. There you go. All right, so Iceman, super basic figure. Not much going on with him. He's almost more of a Silver Surfer than an Iceman, but very, very different in style to the Juggernaut one, who's made with the translucent kind of plastic. This Bobby, he doesn't have like the ice hair. I always thought the ice hair looked really cool. This is more the bald. For a retro Bobby, this is how a retro Bobby should look. So it makes sense. So I prefer the Juggernaut Wave one, but for Spider-Man and his amazing friends type Iceman, this is the one that you want to go for. So he's going to look great next to Firestar. And he's got the pin in his ice slide, which I'm going to see. I'm so cat-handed. But I'm going to see if I can get him positioned on his little ice slide here. So Iceman was recently I say recently. I don't read the X-Men, so I'm not sure when it was sort of revealed. But he is like an Omega level mutant. He is like one of the most powerful mutants in the world, because he doesn't just make ice and snow. What he does is, from what I can understand, he can actually control heat and like remove heat from environments, and the ice and snow is just the result of that. So he can like control the entire sort of weather globe. Like, he is insanely strong and powerful. Okay, the ice slide is cool. I like it. It's quite short, so I want to have more of like a surfing kind of pose, but it's not really wide enough or long enough for that. But if I sort of crouch his body down, I like that you can bend his torso and sort of put his head up so he's still looking up, and that gives him more of a surfer kind of stance. But it's going to be a little tricky to get it just right. It's a shame that he doesn't have any different hands. He's just got the fisted hands. But if he's only going to have one type of hands, I would rather they were fisted. And that looks pretty cool, actually. He's nothing sort of spectacular, but he's a perfectly fine figure. I like this guy. And again, with classic Spider-Man and Firestar, that's going to look good. Or if I want to put Firestar in my Maximum Carnage display, then I can just add Retro Iceman to Comic Book Gambit, or cartoon Gambit, they're going to go well together as well. So that's cool. 2 for 2. And nothing's broken on him. How about that? And finally, Black Costume Storm. This is a nice one here. This one obviously has been out for a little while, and I've held off on because she is identical, besides the colour scheme, to the White Costume Storm. So there's not much variance going on there. So, you know, she seemed a little surplus to requirements, but I was like, come on. Sometimes you got to treat yourself. I wanted to treat myself. And she is lovely, because I mean this Storm body, this face sculpt, it's really nice. It's a beautifully made sculpt. So of all the figures to have doubles of, you might as well have a double of this one, because she's a lovely looking figure. There you go. I think I justified that live on camera. So let's just hack our way in here and all the way around. It's always when you get down to the base that it starts to get a little bit tricky. And that's where you can run the risk of messing up the box. I think that's all done there. Yeah, here we go. So let's just pop Storm out. And also, of course, she has lovely blue lightning effects. So I can probably disperse these around some other characters. Maybe the new Doom, or the old Doom. Either way, let's get that plastic crack. And there she is, Black Costume Storm, looking gorgeous and badass. That looks really, really cool. Storm recently just featured in the King in Black issue that I just did a review of, because I was so like gobsmacked at how awesome it was. And she is a big money player in that. She doesn't feature much sort of in the story besides like coming in and just wrecking shop for a bit. But eventually she gets taken out as well. But that's more of like an impressive sort of show of how strong the character of Null is, as opposed to jobbing her out. Because really, they made her look like a full-on goddess. Because they needed Thor in that moment. But when you can't get Thor, Storm is a pretty good substitute. You know, she's right up there with those kind of god-type powers, really, with what she can do. But the more I'm playing with this figure already, I'm really loving this. I'm getting a new sort of appreciation of the Storm here. She looks really, really great. It's amazing. I was always kind of like meh about the white costume one. Like I thought she looked fine, but this black costume one, the black color scheme, yeah, this is a huge improvement. This looks really, really great. I'm very, very happy with this lady here. So she can be a little tricky to stand with her quite small feet and whatnot, but Storm is a character who, like, come on, you need a flight stand. You gotta have Storm in flight. It's just crazy not to. So let me see if I can pop the lightning on her. I always thought the lightning effects looked a little bit funny on her, because they just kind of like sit around her arms, and it's like, it looks a little bit strange. But this is, again, because the white costume one has the yellow lightning, which is very retro kids TV show, which would go well with this Gambit. Whereas this one, the darker colors, the more sort of badass look, I'm down for having this Storm. This Storm will go in my 90s collection. So not in the X-Men collection, but in the 90s one near the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. That's going to look great. But yeah, there she is. I'm really happy with this. This was a fun unboxing. I have subsequently pre-ordered Rogue at another online retailer. Hopefully they will get some stock. Probably not until next year, which kind of sucks, but it gives you something to look forward to. And I was just saying, I thought there was a little bit of paint rub on her hair, but no, it's okay. It's all good. It's only Gambit who's a little... But yeah, on the whole, this is great. I'm very, very happy with this lineup, this assortment here. Boom. Comics and cocktails delivered again in great time, great service. Hasbro, you crazy sons of guns, you always find good ways of parting us with our money. Even though the hand on Gambit is a little bit disappointing, that's more of a defect with the actual figures themselves as opposed to the designs. The designs I'm down for, so I'm going to go and play with these figures. In the meantime, guys, you can enjoy some of the amazing work from Instagram, which I'm going to put up at the end of this. All of the creators' names are available on their picture as well, so if you like what you see, go check out their accounts. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell for future videos. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Hey, so I realized that when I posted the images from Instagram in the last video, I didn't put any music under them. And where's the fun in that? Without any music, it's just like someone else is scrolling through Instagram for you. Where's the fun in that? So these are the same pictures displayed as they should have been, as they rightfully deserve, with some banging chiptunes underneath. Enjoy.
Choose.